So Sean Strickland brought up something that has actually been talked about a lot, and it brings up the whole lighter weight classes versus the heavier weight classes, where he talks about how he doesn't want to see little guys fight because he wants to see the big dudes fight. And it got me thinking. Now, that's up for debate. I don't totally disagree with Sean on some of that argument. I would have to be fair and say, yeah, a lot of the more brutal knockouts like Ngannou KOing Alistair Overeem end up in the heavyweight divisions. And that's what a lot of UFC fighters realistically look for, is they go to see violence. They don't like to see a lot of whole point fighting. When you listen to the UFC crowd, it's more about entertainment purposes realistically, not really from a sports stats perspective, but they want to see blood when they walk in there. Now in flyweight, and things like bantamweight, which are the two lowest weight classes. We can even go the women's weight classes, which are smaller. Does it happen as much? No, not quite. But I feel like a lot of the smaller weight classes are still interesting to watch in their own right. And that's that, yeah, we don't see as many brutal finishes or brutal knockouts. Now in bantamweight, that's a different story. Flyweight, we don't really see too much of that by any chance. Now, we do see a few TKOs, and we do see some KOs, but in flyweight, it really is non-existent. But there are some very special examples of fast-paced fights that go the distance, or that they just go very shortly and they're finished really quick, like Henry Cejudo versus TJ Dillashaw. Say what you want, I know it wasn't the most violent of knockouts, but we did see Henry Cejudo swarm Dillashaw and completely shut him down. Demetrius Johnson versus Ray Borg. We saw one of the most dynamic flying arm bars that DJ finished on somebody. And it's moments like that actually make the lighter weight classes more worth watching. Just because we get to celebrate the different body types and the different sizes. And yes, you know what? I do love light heavyweight because you see guys who are lean and built enough to be athletic, but they are also, able to put each other out at a punch's notice. So it's that perfect blend. Same with middleweight. Welterweight, we see a lot of that stuff. Even at lightweight, we see. Like, if you want to watch Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler, which does break my heart but puts a smile on my face, where Tony is bringing it to Chandler, and Chandler's bringing in his own right in the first round of the fight, and then he gets that KO. One of the most brutal KOs we've ever seen in UFC history, but it happened in a lightweight division. So, yeah, I really take the fence on this stance, and you know what? I'm not saying this because, Sean Strickland said this. No, in fact, honestly, that statement does not offend me at all, but it does bring up a really awesome discussion. What do you prefer? The lighter weight classes with a more dynamic, or do you agree with the heavier weight classes that have the Ngannou KOing Overeem style KOs? Or Tom Aspinall KOing Sergey Pavlovich. One of the biggest times I've been proven wrong, but still one of the craziest knockouts I've seen in UFC history happening at heavier weight. But you know what? I want to actually see this more in the comments. Do you like the lighter weight classes or the heavier weight classes? Because both have their pros and cons. But that's this short video. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.